Welcome everybody to News 4's webcast, where we look at topics from around the world, bring them into one location, our cyber studio, and have our G+ers go at it. So what are we using here? This is all on G+. All you need is a Gmail account, add G+. It says simple as that. If you've got questions, you can email me, mckrnv@gmail.com. Of course, this is streaming live on our website. Let's go ahead and introduce everybody today on our cyber studio. We've got Deanna from Reno. Hello, Deanna. We've got Kempton from Canada, Mario from Reno, Michael from Australia, and Patty from Reno. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Let's go ahead. I think we've got Mario frozen. Yeah, that was a funny face. He's frozen. Hopefully he'll be back. All right, let's go ahead and start off with our top story today. Obviously, hitting it hard on Twitter just the last couple of hours. The United States government is trying to take a bite out of Apple by filing an antitrust lawsuit against Apple and other book publishers happening today. The lawsuit claims Apple worked with several book publishers to increase the prices on electronic books as a way to limit competition. The other publishers named in the lawsuit include Holzbrinck Publishers and the Penguin Publishing Company. The company also says that the government has reached a settlement with publishers HarperCollins, Hachette, and Simon & Schuster. During a news conference at the Department of Justice today, Attorney General Eric Holder said consumers paid millions of dollars more as a result of the scheme. So let's go ahead and open it up to the cyber studio. What does everybody think about it? Obviously, ebooks, this is huge, a huge market. What do you guys think about this announcement today? Surprised, Kim?
Yes, very surprised, because competition is good to keep the costs down. When you take the competition out, then you get a monopoly going on.
Michael, what do you think?
I'm frozen.
No, you're not frozen. We can see you.
Frozen. We can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me? Oh, that's cool. Oh, no, I was just playing with the new features and it just didn't work. It's crashing.
Did you hear?
I'll be back.
You're going to be back? Okay. Kempton, what do you think?
Yeah, well, this anti-competitive thing is bad. I mentioned the Attorney General said something about most favored nation. I mean, that's in a sense that the name implied you give the best price to one, you give it to everyone. Well, no, actually, it makes it worse. It makes the price much more sticky, and it sets the price high for everyone, and that's no good.
Let me ask you, Deanna, what do you think? Are you surprised this is coming from Apple? I mean, they are a giant, you know. They're no small company trying to make a few bucks here. They're breaking in the dough already. Your thoughts about this?
I'm not surprised in the least. It's like, I mean, I'm actually a little bit shocked this didn't happen sooner. It's like, I mean, they were doing price fixing a lot. They were telling book publishers that if you were going to publish something on iTunes Bookstore, you could not go to another digital bookstore and sell it at a lesser price. That is by definition price fixing. And yes, this was going to happen. It's like, what did they think was going to happen as a result of their actions?
Kim, let me ask you, I mean, we know already that Apple doesn't like to play with other people, as companies don't. It's not just an Apple thing. But are you surprised that this is coming down when we already look at how much Apple has cut themselves off from other groups so that they won't interface and people would have to buy other equipment to have the capabilities that they have?
No, I'm not surprised at all, because Apple is known for wanting to keep things their way and keep things in their own little bubble, thinking that everything in their little bubble is perfect. Well, I disagree, because some of the things that they've done, they've actually pigeonholed their consumers into this nice little circle and this nice little bubble, and their consumers are just blindly following sometimes.
Yeah. Ever had an Apple and try to do something with Flash? Not All right.
Not happening.
Let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. Yesterday's announcement by Rick Santorum had social media buzzing within seconds. Of course, as we know now, Santorum, the former senator for Pennsylvania, suspended his campaign amid concerns from the health of his daughter Bella, who was hospitalized over the weekend with complications from the chromosomal disorder trisomy 18. Now, MSNBC.com's computer-assisted analysis looked at more than 14,000 posts on Twitter, Facebook, and others following the big announcement. Among those commenters, the consensus was basically that Santorum's decision cleared the way, of course, for the nomination of former Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney. The number of people who welcomed actually the news actually outpaced those who were expressing disappointment. More people were excited about it. That was in a 9-to-1 ratio. A lot of people applauded Santorum for putting his family first. Others who may not have supported Santorum still sent him good wishes for his daughter. Others took advantage of the moment to say what they really felt about the conservative candidate. Big question here is, a lot of people were talking yesterday, all the pundits were on all the national cable TV channels talking about it and what it meant for everybody, But when you look at this analysis by MSNBC, it looks at really that there is a clear, kind of concise point here that everyone had varying different opinions about it. It wasn't all one way. It wasn't all the other way, as some of the pundits may say. So my question to you guys, obviously we're not surprised. We talked about this yesterday on the webcast. But is the way of the pundit dead, really, when you're looking at talking about big issues like this? Do you think that more of these cable networks should go towards spending more time on what social media is saying and less about what the pundits are saying? Let me ask you, Michael, what do you think?
I reckon in this instance it's more diverse in what's actually being allowed to come out, and so it's just really interesting that even though it was based on family reasons and it was well discussed, it was probably discussed in the party room as well. What is the best course? What can I do? And what other roles are going to be offered in the long term? So it's much more diverse because there's so many more people weighing in on the conversation.
I have to say, too, I really liked that there were people on there that were saying hey, I totally disliked your opinion, Santorum. I think that you were way off in left field, but guess what? I'm praying for you and your family. That's what I liked about the comments that were yesterday. Yes, there were still those people that were saying, I'm a stand-up comic, too bad, my life is over, I can no longer make Santorum jokes. But I liked that there was more of a stream of people saying, yeah, we're glad he's gone, but we wish him the best, which I think really spits in the face of what a lot of people are saying on, either MSNBC or Fox News or CNN or whoever you watch, where it's really about this whole, he's gone, it's over, he should have left long time ago, or, whichever way they want to go. Deanna, what do you think about it?
Well, of course, everyone's going to have their opinions and whatnot. It's like, I think he just kind of did what he felt was best for his family, and I'm certainly not going to second-guess the man on how he should interact and how he should deal with issues in his own family. It's like, that just seems a little bit, in my opinion, pretentious, and that's just not how I roll. I'll debate all day about his issues and his politics, but when it comes to family, that for me is off limits.
Yeah. I think it's good to see everyday people have bringing some needed civility into this. I remember in Canada, one of our politicians tried to break up our country, but then he had flesh-eating diseases, life-threatening disease. So we all wish him well. So forget about he trying to break our country up. So I think that's important to think. At the end of the day, we are people. We're human.
Kim, do you think that social media shows that really it's more than just about politics and dirty politics, and more that people are not the heartless people that we kind of are put out there to be, we're so glad he's gone, etc. People were sympathizing with them. Social media, it's a pretty powerful source, isn't it?
Well, for once, I have to say that social media did me proud on this one, because they did not get into a lot of bashing of him and supposition of why he really did it. They took the family reasoning and went with that, because it is important that we make it more human, if that makes sense, because politics has become more of a machine, and the human aspect has been taken out of it. This is putting the human aspect back into politics.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was happy to see that a lot of people didn't take a really ugly route with baby Bella, which they could have, and I'm proud.
Oh, that would make me mad.
Yeah, I'm proud of the social media people that I've seen so far, the tweets and the Facebook, so I applaud all of them. All right, let's move on to our next topic. You like to wear baggy pants? Well, if you live in Alabama, you better get started to like jail as well, because Huffington Post is reporting that authorities in central Alabama say a man has been given 3 days in jail for contempt of court for wearing saggy pantalones. Yes, I said pantalones. According to the article, 20-year-old LaMarcus D. Ramsey was in court on Tuesday to enter a plea on a charge of receiving stolen property. That's when the judge told Ramsey his blue jeans were sagging too low and gave him 3 days in the clink. The judge told Ramsey to buy pants that would fit him or wear a belt, or else he was going to jail. Well, it wasn't known Wednesday morning whether or not Ramsey actually had an attorney, but I'm guessing at this point in time He's probably going to get one soon. So
I owe this judge a beer. I am serious. Yes, for the love of God. I am so tired of this the saggy pants nonsense. Yes, that should be illegal. For God's sakes, put them all in jail. See if I care. Hallelujah.
Do you mean you don't like looking at someone's underwear or butt?
Surprisingly enough, not so much.
well, yeah. So okay, so it's annoying. I don't like to see the pants. I don't like the guys waddling. Right? They have to keep their legs apart so they can keep the pants up. But is it really an offense that constitutes 3 days in jail? Come on,
that's like detention at school.
Wait a minute. If this is in a courtroom, then you have a decorum, right? And if you disrespect the court, then contempt of court can get someone in jail. Like not paying child support is not an offense that can be thrown in jail. But if you ignore the court and don't show up in court, well, that is contempt of court. That can get you thrown in jail. So,
Captain, I'm surprised by you. Normally,
you mean you're surprised that I don't like looking at people's butt?
Baggy pants.
Baggy pants.
Michael, be the voice of reason here. Come on, yeah.
The voice of reason was, I remember getting detention. He's just got detention for 3 days, and it just happens to be in a hotel somewhere.
Listen, he could lose his job if he doesn't show up to work for 3 days. I don't know what job he has, or if he has one, I don't know.
And his boss said probably, no, that's pretty good.
I think that when I was growing up, and you know, you dress properly and all like that, and then as I've worked with teenagers over the years, I've had to tell several of them to pull up their pants. Well, this judge finally said, you know, I am tired of the telling teenagers or people pull up their pants. I'm sending you to jail. That's the stance he made. And you know what? I'm fully behind him on that one. Maybe this will get people to think twice about letting us see their underclothes.
Have you talked to me about it? We've got a lot of response on Facebook. What are people saying?
We have a lot of response. They kind of agree with the group. Mike Ziegler said, I think they should charge him with indecent exposure, plain and simple. And Helen Horning said, good, I don't want to see your undies. Wow. So they agree with the group.
Helen, I owe you to a beer, too.
Mario, come on. Are you going to tell me you think that because this guy wore saggy pants in court, he deserves 3 days in jail?
When I go to court, I dress to impress. I'm sorry, even if it's a speeding ticket. You know, your first impression with the judge, that's it. I'm sorry. I mean, I have to agree with everyone on this.
Are all of you dying to ask Mario what he's gone to court for? We'll save that for after. We'll save that for after the podcast. Let's move on to our next topic. Have you heard of the popular site Text from Hillary Clinton? Well, apparently the former First Lady, she's a big fan. Mashable is reporting that Text from Hillary got a guest submission from an unexpected source on Monday, Secretary of State Clinton herself. So what did she write? Quote, "Sup, Adam, nice selfie face," and then a little happy face. And then the response, you guys are going to have to help me out on this. ROFL at UR Tumblr G2G Scrunchy Time TTYL. Let's talk to you later. All right, Stacey Lamb, one of the state's co-creators, confirmed that the post was indeed from the secretary herself. Text from Hillary is built around photos of Clinton checking messages on her cell phone aboard a military C-17 aircraft. The blog features Clinton responding to texts from politicians and celebrities in various awesome and hilarious ways. Of course, it's not really her, except for in this case, it was. Michael, what do you think?
I reckon when I first saw this, I thought this was really cute. And it's very good because it's her being real. It's like Rick Santorum or Barack Obama being real, which is great. And even if it was a staff, it didn't matter that it was just her being real, and that's cute. And people appreciate the human factor, and all the commentators don't get it because it is the human factor that matters. And if she's going to have a joke, it's going to be good fun. What was that,
to give you interpretation of what she said,
please.
Roll on the floor laughing at your Tumblr. Got to go. Scrunchy time. Talk to you later.
Got it. I'm so old. Honestly, I'm feeling like an old woman right now because I didn't know what I was like. What the ROFL?
Roll on the floor.
Hey, Melissa. Melissa, do we have time for another breaking news story?
Yes, please.
The Washington Post reports that Florida Special Prosecutor Angela Corey does plan to press charges against George Zimmerman. We'll probably announce it as soon as this afternoon.
Wow.
Wow.
Very good.
Wow.
We have been talking about this for quite a few days. Yeah.
So, Tano, what other things are in that story that are coming up? He's frozen up.
Oh, he's frozen. Yeah, just to let you guys all know, and we've been having G Plus is obviously changing some things today. There's got a new look to the G Plus page.
Right,
if you've taken a look at it, there's a delay in a lot of these Google Plus Hangouts. People are coming in and out having problem connecting. So if that's you, or if you're seeing some differences in your G Plus page and you haven't noticed the change yet on your front page for your Google Plus, that might be exactly what's happening. A lot of people are experiencing some issues. Gianno, thank you for that. Appreciate it. And
am I still frozen right now?
Nope, you're good. Got something new?
You're good now.
Okay. All right, see, Corey told reporters Tuesday night that she would hold a press conference in the case within the next 72 hours. So that's probably either going to be later today or tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
So, yeah, it's like this is finally moving forward, I think.
But I wonder
it's
what
about bloody time.
The supposition around this is about, I wonder what they're going to actually do, whether it's manslaughter or what sort of thing they're going to look for in a case, and how can you actually get a fair trial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd like to try to bring in, hopefully we will be able to bring in a lawyer, a defense lawyer, especially bring him in and talk to him a little bit about how do you deal with a case like this now, because
his lawyers walked off the case yesterday.
In fact, I just saw that. Yeah,
because he was doing a bunch of other stuff that they didn't approve of. He was talking to the prosecutor. He was doing. They couldn't find him, and they said, you know what, bugger this.
Yeah, they're saying that he's going rogue, talking to the prosecution himself, which they had said that they were very much against. So the big question is, where is he? They're saying he's not a flight risk, but where is he? What is he doing? Now that he's dealt with prosecutors, what does that mean for the case now? And a lot of people are already jumping to judgment. The big question, though, of course, Michael, as you brought up, is whether or not he's, how hard is it going to be to have a fair trial when you're talking about this is not only hit the national news, but this is on every social media site, and that's everywhere. So, you have to look for where are they going to prosecute, where are they going to hold the case, in which county, and look at that county and say, well, how many people do we have here that could do this? Go ahead, Kim.
When you look at cases like this that we've had all over the past few years, people who get a lot of notoriety, you have to look at more than whether people have heard about the case. You have to look at what their bias is and what it's not. And I think that when they start doing the jury selection, they're going to actually bring in experts who are going to be able to ask the questions and tell whether the person is biased or not in this case. And so I think it'll end up being a fair jury, I believe. It's just that they're going to have to work a little bit harder to get people who are not biased.
Let me ask you this. When you talk about, let's talk about Casey Anthony. It was the latest case. Casey Anthony went national. It was on the national news, breaking into broadcasting on every major station when it came down to the verdict of that case. Are you concerned at all that people will start to say the right thing to get on a jury because they realize this could mean 15 minutes of fame or, if not for them, be on a case that is historic? Does that not raise concerns for anybody that you're going to have the general public?
Not for me, because jury selection has become so technical. They look at more than just what the person is saying. They look at their
Facebook profile.
Under the desk, they look at their credit history. They look at their job history. They look at even their connections in the community before they actually select the person finally. So they look at more than what, they don't just listen to what they're saying. They look at their entire life.
Sure, Kim, but Melissa does have a point in a sense. What if everything clear out, but deep in their heart, they are biased. They want to be on the jury for one reason and one reason alone, to be that famous jury after the trial, and that scares me. That scares me. That is the fundamental of a peer jury of your peer concept of a justice system.
I agree with Kenton.
If people are willing to put a bounty on his head, I'm guessing they're willing to pay somebody to say the right things to be on that jury. I'm a conspiracy theorist on this one, but I'm telling you, with the way social media is now and the way that we're getting public information out like this, I gotta imagine it's hard. You know, I'm gonna work for you guys to try to get somebody in to talk about that. Let's try and see if we can get that. All right, guys, we are done at 11:19 here. Just 1 minute before we hit 11:20, our normal cutoff time. I want to thank everybody for being a part of the Cyber Studio today. We'd love to have you as well if you'd like to be a part on your Gmail account. Then add G+. It is as easy as that. And of course, if you've got any questions, again, email me. Email me at mckrnv@gmail.com. Have a great day, everybody.
2 days in a row, breaking news on the webcast.
Breaking news. Wow.
That's how we roll up in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Up in here, up in here. Up in here.
Bouncy thing, bouncy thing.
All right.
I know. Bounce with it, Kim. Bounce with it, Kim.
I'm not on my bouncing ball today. I figured I wouldn't give
that's
you
really
guys
cool,
anything to laugh about.
What's that, Michael?
That's really cool. We can break news. It's cool.
Yeah, that is awesome. And
the props for that go to Patty. Patty's the one that brought that to my attention.
I encourage you guys that at any point in time, if you see something breaking or you've got something good, let me know to bring stories to the Cyber Studio. And within reason, I'll need to check them ahead of time. I like to try to double source stuff before we bring it on. But let me know.
But then if Patty's checking it as well, if we type it and check it.
Yeah, Patty's doing Facebook. She's checking breaking news. She's doing it all.
Yay, Patty! Woo!
Good thing, Patty.
So that works out perfectly.
What do we have coming up at the top of the hour?
Okay, so coming up at noon, we've got Apple is in there. Obviously, a big story for today. I don't know if Bill's going to use this the Zimmerman case, but there's a good chance he will.
Are you going to do an update on the Zimmerman?
He's not listening to me.
It's because he doesn't know what's happening yet.
Bill's in the zone.
Yeah. What do you guys think? You want to do, I'll make the decision. Do you want to do Zimmerman and Apple?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, good.
Cool.
The other ones aren't really, Hillary Clinton is fun, but may not.
That's fine. I mean, you could do that at the end. Just say, we had a look at Mashable earlier. That could be last.
We're not going to have time for that.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes, so we'll be tight on time. That's a promise. We're trying to get more time at this point, and hopefully this will change when we do the show. But for right now, we're tight on 3 minutes.
That thing with Hillary Clinton you could do as a throwaway at the end of this.
Yeah,
be like, look,
more
you
time.
could do that.
do our stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Melissa, the YouTube is live. You have the YouTube live thing, so now you can actually share that link on your channel's Twitter or Facebook, and then they can just click and watch. No,
Patty, did you see when I put the link on Facebook? I put it in as a comment on the KRNV Facebook page. I put in the YouTube link, and I also put it up on Twitter, so we were streaming live on Twitter simultaneously.
Yeah.
Thank you, Deanna. That's what I was talking about, Patty, was pulling that link and putting it in all of the clicks for Facebook, all of the stories.
I also did it as a main story, too.
Okay, on our Facebook page?
Well, I tell you, Google Plus has opened up a whole new window that's going to keep us extremely busy when we're doing our live shows now.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be on and popping.
I'm literally going to have to hire someone.
There you go.
I'll have to have someone producing.
Yeah, because not only are there the Facebook comments, but now it's like since it's streaming on YouTube, there's the live comments there, and because you can post it on Twitter, now it's like you're getting feedback there. It's like, I mean,
see, hey, you guys,
one person can only do so much.
When we meet up on Sunday, I'd like to, that's part of what I'd like to talk to you guys about is some of the changes that are happening and kind of roundhouse with you guys about what we need to do and how do we need to management, because it'd be nice to be able to pull, other people in to try to help out with all this. So let's make that a point.
Newscasters, I'm telling you, y'all have.
What time?
Go ahead.
Not really. It's like we're kind of still figuring it out. Just sometime in the evening. It was like we'll find some place to go hang out and have a beer.
We still need everyone to fill out their information on the spreadsheet.
Yes.
Yeah, did you do that?
I haven't got the link for it.
Where's the spreadsheet? I don't have the link.
I don't have the link for the spreadsheet.
It was in the. It was. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Deanna, do you have that message I sent out?
Can you send that out again?
You know what? I had it, Kim, but I can't find it. I'm losing stuff in my notifications.
Yeah.
I'm looking in my docs, and I'm not shared to the docs.
In your email. You know what? I will make it a point to send it to everyone that has Savin. Just make sure I have your guys' emails address. I know yours, Melissa. Kempton, I don't know if I know yours. Mike Tucker, I'm pretty sure I don't know yours.
Because
So,
I sent it out to everyone with the link.
Mine on G Plus work.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone. The link that everyone got is to the spreadsheet. Is in that.
I will get it out to you. As a matter of fact, I'll do the shared circle again for everyone going to NAB, and I'll throw everything in there. So just be looking for that within the next hour or so.
Okay. I will, because I'll put my stuff in, because it'd be nice to be able to meet up with everyone. I mean, Michael, you and I will be there Saturday, but I'd like to, if we can all meet up on Sunday and just like do some serious chatting about some stuff, that would be really cool.
Serious chatting? Gee, that's got me hard. I mean,
I know.
I'm confused.
I'm gonna have a beer in one hand and a Long Island iced tea in the
other. Wait! I just got a great idea.
What?
I just got a great idea. Let's see. I might take a road trip to Reno and stay there for a few days.
Yeah! And then we can just go to the studio and hang out and bother Melissa and Patty.
A certain person didn't get that. He said road trip.
Yeah,
so
I heard you.
And
no, I heard
Aisha may be having a third person in the car.
No, that's cool. It's like if you want to hop in the back seat and roll up with us, that's cool.
Michael, you might as well jump in too.
Next trip.
Just be warned, I
mean on Monday.
I drive fast. You're going to have to strap yourself in,
I will be
get ready.
I will be asleep.
And anybody who wants to come up to Reno, I say come up. I've got an extra spot in my house you can stay at.
I got a spare bedroom too. That's my spot. That's my spot, Melissa.
You marked the spot.
It's yours.
Oh.
All right,
Melissa, I know you got to get out of here. So.
We'll see you at the top of the hour.
Oh, wait, hold on. Who's going to come in for the news?
Oh, yeah. We didn't mention that. I'm in.
So you've got 3 before. Yeah, I really have to finish that article. So I'll let you guys have fun.
Thank you, Kempton. Mario, you want to?
Looking forward to reading that.
I would love to, but I got to run to DMV and I'll be there for hours.
Michael, you in?
Yeah, of course I'm in.
So you got me,
Deanna,
Michael, and Patty.
We're good. We're good.
We're good.
Hey, Mario, it's great to see you. Thanks for coming back. Hope to see you.
Good to meet you, Mario.
Oh, I'll be back.
Bye,
Finally, I
everybody.
got Chrome installed. And
okay, bye.
Right on, man.
All right.
I can't wait to get trained here full time.
See you guys later.
Go.